Alright guys, it's time for part number 2 of my Let's Play of NCIS for the Nintendo Wii. We're interviewing Jason Velasco, the other guard that didn't get killed in the casino. Let's keep talking to him.
They're trailsman boots, right?
Yep. I wear them every night.
So these are his boots. So we're gonna compare them to the footprints at the crime scene later with Abby.
Anything else you can tell me about the night of the robbery?
Like I said, man, the robbers were gone when I got here.
Okay. If you think of anything else that might help, give me a call.
Right.
Hey, boss. I just finished interviewing the casino guard, Jason Velasco.
And?
He says the owner of a rival casino, Brian Tasca, had motive to rob the lucky card. McGee should look this guy up.
Right.
Alrighty then. So now we're gonna go back and what are we gonna do next? Alright, so now we're gonna play as McGee, and we're gonna look on the computer for some stuff. So we're gonna look at this data. So now when the like a mini game, so when so for example this highlighted, so you gotta click on the highlighted numbers to crack the code. So 5, 6, 1. So we can check out if some of these things are relevant to the case. So it looks like none of that stuff is, but this is. An FBI investigation report indicates that Brian Tasker is currently serving time for money laundering and his assets have been frozen. Unlikely he planned the robbery.
What do you got, McGee?
The owner of Casino Noir, Brian Tasca, is currently under federal investigation for money laundering.
And?
Tasca is in a federal prison and his assets are frozen, which makes it highly unlikely that he could have planned the heist.
So he's not our guy.
Afraid not, boss.
Okay. Get that victim profile finished.
On it.
Alright. So let's process this evidence. Let's get this password. So we've got to memorize the sequence of symbols, as it says on the bottom. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so we just gotta go. It's pretty much memory. Boom, boom, and we're in. So we gotta look at all this. So none of that stuff is related to our case. Dustin Johnson was honorably discharged, committed multiple times for marksmanship. Now let's investigate Melvin Farley. So now we gotta click on the color they want us to pick. There we go. So there's an amount of time you have to do that. And if you mess up a couple times, you get 3 calf pal. If you guys don't know what calf pal is, it's one of the big, it's one of the main drinks on one of the main soda drinks on the show that Abby drinks a lot. So you get a specific amount. So if you mess up and if you lose all of them, you have to restart. Not the whole thing, but just the whole processing on the McGee part, and so on. So let's go ahead and click on these. So none of those is related. Let's go ahead and put this one in. No military background. His employment records indicate he was an exceptional marksman. So we know that he was a good shooter.
Good work, McGee.
Tell Abby I'll tell her myself.
Right. So yeah, they have the black and white thing just like the show. It's pretty cool.
Zip it, McGee of Little Faith. I've not yet begun to investigate.
Alright, time to
Hi,
work with
Abs.
Abby.
Tony, what's up?
Need you to do me a favor.
A favor. All right. What do you need?
Ziva got flowers from somebody. Need you to lift the fingerprints off of it and tell me you sent them.
Tony, are you jealous? He's like you have a little crush on Ziva all of a sudden. That's too cute.
Crush. There's no crush. I don't see any crush. In fact, I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it. You gonna help me, Abs? There's a calf cow in your future if you do.
What are friends for? But it'll cost you 2 calf pounds.
Thanks, Abs. I owe you one.
Actually, 2.
Right. 2.
Alright, time to look at the evidence with Abby. Let's go and look on the computer. So let's investigate the two sets of
Match these
footprints.
footprints with the soles of known shoe brands.
So basically they give you some shoe brands and you have to match them to the ones that they match to right now. This looks like it matches. Yep. Just gotta drag that over.
Match boots commonly found in
Sometimes you'll have to
Army Navy
rotate the
surplus stores.
footprints.
They don't match shoes from anyone we identified at our crime scene, which means they belong to our robbers.
Alright.
Let's match these footprints with the soles of known shoe brands.
Okay, let's do this one now. That looked like the one. Yep. There we go.
The footprints that lead one way out of the counting room were made by trailsman boots. The same boots Jason Velasco
Aha!
wears.
So those are the same boots that Jason wore. So now we gotta... So what's really cool here is that so you gotta hold the so you gotta hold the wheel remote sideways. You gotta hold 2 to start lifting. Slowly lift the wheel remote and then swing the wheel remote to the other side. So that's pretty cool.
Just what we wanted.
All right. So the light switch was used twice. All right, let's look at the gun.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Let's go again.
Abby Shudo does it again.
Alright, now let's process all the evidence on the computer. So now we gotta match the fingerprints. And there's our matching fingerprint.
These fingerprints belong to Melvin Farley.
Okay, so we know that they come from Melvin Farley. Let's scan these ones. Try to match these ones. Who do these belong
The
to?
fingerprints on the light switch belong to Jason Velasco.
Aha! Jason Velasco. Now things are starting to get a little suspicious. Let's scan these fingerprints. And there's our winner.
The fingerprints on the light switch belong to Jason Velasco.
So yeah, so he used it 2 times then. Let's talk to Gibbs.
What do you make of all this, Abby?
There's a lot here, Gibbs. It's not like I can just wave my hands over the pile and suddenly divine who your criminal is.
All right. Put it on the deduction board.
Alright, so here on the for the deduction board, you just gotta match the evidence together and say why these, and
see
you
what
have
we
to
can
explain
find.
why these 2 match. Let's connect.
What is it I'm looking
Or no.
for anyway? This isn't right. Time to earn your lab coat.
So sometimes it takes.
Why
a
don't
little
you
bit.
explain it to me, Abs?
Okay, so how does the bullet trajectory and the pistol go together? These belong to Melvin Farley.
Found what we were looking for.
So that means that so that was Melvin Farley's trajectory. So now let's connect.
Well, what does that mean, Abs?
So now Melvin Farley's trajectory, Melvin Farley, The .357 belonged to Farley. He was a trained marksman.
I deserve a cupcake for that.
So there's a lot of remembering in this game that you have to do. Gosh, they give you 9 cap pals in this? That's crazy.
What does that mean, Abs?
Farley was a good shot. He wouldn't miss at close range.
Well, Gibbs, it works like this.
So that's it for the deduction board for now.
Gibbs, it's the other guard. Jason Velasco is the insider.
So
What
now
are you gonna
Jason
do?
Velasco is our prime suspect.
Ooh, he did it again.
McGee, need an address for Jason Velasco.
Boss, that was the Lucky Car Casino. Velasco didn't show up for work this morning.
Ah.
Called his home in his cell. No answer.
Polo, now. McGee, trace his cell.
Already on it, boss.
Alright, so now we get to trace the cell with the computer with McGee. And here we go. So what's really cool here is that you have to track the suspect signal with the satellite software. So you have to place a little circle around the orange dot, which is where
We're right
the
on top
suspect
of
is
you now,
going.
and in just a few seconds.
So you just gotta keep it on him as that thing keeps going around in a circle. You have to do this three times, so as long as you keep that on him in the middle, you'll be good to go.
We are right on top of you now, and in just a few moments you'll be caught.
Roger, dispatch.
And we got him.
Boss, we got him.
Where?
Velasco is being transported to NCIS as we speak. He'll be in the interrogation room for you when you're ready.
Alright. Time for another interrogation. Or no, probably the first interrogation, but the second interview so far in this Let's Play. And here we go.
Let's hear it.
Same rules
No
apply.
need to shout.
Why were you running?
I was scared, alright?
What happened in the counting room? Need to know what you saw.
There was a hole in the wall. Dust on everything.
That it?
There was a huge frickin' hole in the wall, okay? Dustin and Mel were dead on the floor. It was a mess.
You go inside?
When I saw that, I turned around. I didn't touch nothing, I just split.
Sure about that?
Look, I already told you I left when I saw Dustin and Mel. I didn't touch nothing, I just left, okay?
That's not true because his fingerprints were there at the crime scene.
Only one problem. Got your fingerprint on the light switch in the counting room, which makes you a liar.
Okay, so I touched the light switch. So what?
What's your relationship to the victims?
We were good friends.
Could you be more specific?
I mean, we used to go and do stuff together, so yeah, we were friends.
How about Melvin Farley?
What about Mel? Mel used to take me to the shooting range.
Gonna need more than that.
He used to go to the shooting range almost every weekend. He let me come sometimes. Mel was a hella good shot.
So now we gotta compare that to the evidence. So
Then how does he fire 3 rounds and miss with every shot?
Bad luck, I guess. How am I supposed to know?
And where were you at the time of the robbery?
I guess I was still on my way to work.
Really?
I had car trouble. I told Agent Tenoza before, you can check with him.
When did you go into the counting room?
I got to work late. I didn't see the counting room until later.
After the crime?
Yeah, I walked in, just a little, you know. Then I saw all that stuff and I took off.
And we'll continue this interrogation when we come back.